Alfie here again at Vente Pain Relief Clinic. Welcome to our YouTube channel for Vente Pain Relief Clinic. This is a continuation of our Facebook video in regards to picking your location, choosing your location for your clinic, practice slash business. So hopefully this video helps. There's some points that might be helpful for you in regards to your thought process, in regards to potentially choosing your location. So enjoy the video. So let's start off our tour at King and Bay of our location. We talked a lot about with our Facebook video about daytime population. At King and Bay, it's probably one of the busiest, if not the busiest street that you will find in all of Canada. Behind me, you can see is this building right here. That's First Canadian Place. That's where we're at. It's got 72 floors. We're on the 56th floor. Right now it's about 3:30 in the afternoon on Friday, and some people are leaving early because it is Labor Day weekend. This is just sort of like to give you an idea how busy it is right now. You see the cars just building up. But during rush hour, man, it's crazy. As I mentioned on Facebook, there's about a 200,000 daytime population here in the financial district. There's so many different, there's so many jobs here, like in the core. You got like the banks, the big banks, Bank of Nova Scotia, Bank of Montreal, CIBC, TD, RBC, a wide range of different banks, along with financial institutions such as large accounting firms. You have huge law firms here, so there's a wide array of different types of employment, and of course, as I mentioned also on Facebook, the coverage in regards to insurance when we're talking about locations. So we got the large daytime population, the income, and also the fact that a lot of these companies, these big companies, have coverage for their own employees. So this is King and Bay. This is the start of our tour of our location. Again, this is a continuation of our Facebook video on basically picking your location for your clinic or your practice. So right now we're in the lobby of First Canadian Place here. You can see that it's basically marble here, marble floors. And I mentioned on Facebook about the particular look of the place that you're at. Obviously, this place looks very expensive because of all the marble, the high ceilings. Like it gives an idea to the patient, the potential customer, about your cost. So it kind of, in their head, they kind of say to themselves, "Well, I could see why, this he charges or she charges that this price." So this is the lobby here. You can see. Okay. So this is the interesting part of our location here. We are actually at the basement, the concourse level of First Canadian Place. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of a tour here. See that there's a load of shops down here. It's actually an underground mall, an amazing underground mall, in that it is the largest underground mall in all the world, if I'm not mistaken. This actually runs wide and long, like miles. So you can actually access different buildings. I showed you the TD towers and First Canadian Place outside, but you can actually access those buildings via the underground. So like if you're in a location, if you're in a city where there's a lot of snow, a lot of cold, maybe it's rainy, it's definitely an advantage. Like I mentioned on Facebook about hindrances to your location, one of which could be weather. So if you're in a situation where you're in an area where people have to drive, maybe drive a little longer than they should, they're not going to want to go and drive in the rain or drive in the snow. At least here, what happens is that people take the underground to get to different locations that they need to go. So for example, we have people that might be in another building such as Scotia Plaza or TD Center or Commerce Court, CIBC there, and it's snowing outside. They'll come underground, because as you know, as therapists, like if you're in an area where there's a lot of inclement weather, maybe Manhattan, maybe Boston, maybe some of the northern type of cities, you will note that your schedule drops at times. Your appointments, you might get more cancellations when there is inclement weather. At least here, it somewhat covers us. People want to be covered. They don't want to be caught in the rain. They don't want to be walking in the snow. They'll just go underground. Like once, it's kind of confusing the first time you go through the concourse. This is actually called the Path, by the way, in the financial district. You get confused because you're not sure where to go. But once you realize and you kind of understand where the streets lie above you, it's actually quite easy to get around. So around here, you'll see shoe stores, you'll see clothing stores, you'll see a lot of tailors, just basically what you would see at a regular mall. So anywhere you go in the underground here, you'll find whatever you need to find. It's like a little city, actually. So this is a huge advantage when I'm talking about location in regards to your clinic practice, in that it kind of takes away that hindrance of the inclement weather. So again, this is the Path, the underground here. I'm just saying hi to the security guard friend of mine. And anyways, so this is definitely an advantage. If you've got a situation where people can be covered from the snow or the rain or whatever, that will decrease the amount of cancellations. Believe me, that's an important thing that we found. And I've worked in other areas where we're not covered, and people cancel because of the snow or because of the rain. So this is the Path. Okay, folks, so we're here on the 56th floor of our office right now. You can see behind me. We have the elevators here. So to give you an idea, like what this floor looks like. And I'm just going to walk towards here. This is basically, you can see that our front desk here, our front reception. This is basically where our patients come in, and they're greeted by the front desk here. They give us a call to our office, and we basically pick up our patients from the front. So this is the view from the 56th floor. You can see back there. You might be able to see it. Let me see if I can zoom in. That's the boardroom right there. It's all part of the shared office space here at Regis. Right, so there you go. That's the front on the 56th floor. You see all these elevators here. So this is our hallway here to our office. As you can see here, we have bathrooms on this side. And we're going to go into the office right now, so you can see that this is where Vente Pain Relief Clinic is. And by the way, there's a pantry in here. In our shared office space. And we're going to take a look inside our office of Vente Pain Relief Clinic. So we're, as I mentioned before, we are a standalone clinic, meaning that I'm the therapist, the primary therapist, and this is like the front part of our office here. It's 166 square feet. My wife, Sandra, she's the admin, and this is basically where we take the patients in. And this here is basically my treatment room right here. You might see Skelly there, just chilling out. So I just wanted to give you guys an idea of the size that we have here. And I may have said this before, but like the thing is, you have to realize that you can be fairly successful on your own. Again, it's just myself. I don't have any other therapists. I could if I wanted to, but we've chosen not to right now at this moment because we like the way things are, the way that it's set up. So that's the office. So I'm hoping the video helps in regards to your process in terms of thinking of your potential clinic space, your practice. So just a couple of points just to review. Remember, what's important is the daytime population. We showed, we talked about the daytime population here at King and Bay. The walk score is another important point to look at. How visible your potential office location is. Now again, when you're in a busy area, it may not matter as much. Like for us, it didn't really matter too much in terms of if we were visible or not. Again, we're on the 56th floor. Um, Also, what businesses are in the area. I pointed out that we have the banks, the big banks here. We have financial institutions. We have huge law firms in the area, and a ton of them have coverage, if not all of them have coverage for their employees. So, and also the other thing too that I mentioned also is the hindrances. Now we have the path under the underground path, the concourse here, basically linking the buildings in the financial district. Um, that helps decrease the potential for cancellations during inclement weather. So that's an advantage. So consider those things. If you've got questions, feel free to email me at admin@ventepainrelief.ca or message me on Facebook, or you can even comment here like on YouTube. Anyways, hope this helps. Have yourself a great day. Take care.